Right now at 10, the man allegedly involved in the disappearance of a 3-year-old boy claims his innocence.
And a local mall is getting a makeover after a change in ownership.
Plus, a local school district receives a $300,000 grant for mental health services.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Well, we had certainly a few hours of strong storm conditions plow through the region. For the latest on the rain total and those wind conditions that we saw as well, let's go to Greg.
Pretty much we are done with the severe weather. Actually, most of it has occurred in southern Wisconsin. Even those locations are kind of pushed east of it. But overall, rainfall totals really quite large in some areas. And this doesn't represent all of it. DeSoto had 2 inches. Fillmore, that's not noted on this, Fillmore, Minnesota had almost 3 inches. So it really tails off and go further east. But some of these totals to the east haven't quite taken into account the activity that's going on. So La Crosse almost 6/10. In some areas, like I said, down towards northeast Iowa, had over 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And of course, you can see towards Madison much more too. So a good soaker for many. A few storms tonight, showers more later tonight. They'll start redeveloping. Not severe. You'll wake up to more shower activity. Light rainfall. The winds will be light, but we notice the wind starting to pick up towards the noon and the afternoon hours. Same story for Eau Claire. More activity in the morning, mid-50s. We'll kind of start seeing those temperatures fall back overall, and then the winds are going to be picking up in the afternoon. Right now, radar shows you all the activity pushing us, but notice to the west there are more additional activity being rotated into the area, and that's what we're going to be progging out later here overnight hours. It won't be severe, it'll weaken, but still be showers and thunderstorms off and on, and then pick up a little bit as we go towards the morning hour commute, and then we'll see activity then kind of taper off towards the noon. So it's still going to be a wet Wednesday. We still actually got wet conditions Thursday, not quite as bad, but then I'm going to tail off the temperatures, what it looks like come Friday, because the wind's going to be a story and those temperatures are going to be a story too. So some areas may not see 50 come Friday.
So we have some stories to look forward to.
Sure do. All right, thank you, Greg. The man taking care of Elijah Vu at the time of his disappearance is back in court. Jesse Vang pleaded not guilty to a felony charge of chronic child neglect as a party to a crime. 3-year-old Elijah Vu went missing almost 2 months ago while in Vang's care. He still has not been found. The Manitowoc County District Attorney says a hard drive of new evidence has now been forwarded to Vang's lawyers. In the meantime, Vu's mother, Katrina Bauer, she is back in court for child neglect charges on April 26th.
Well, good news for first-time home buyers struggling in this market. La Crosse is launching a program to help fund your down payment. The Down Payment Assistance Program gives qualifying buyers up to $25,000 in grants. To qualify for the program, you need to buy a home in the city of La Crosse, qualify for a 30-year fixed mortgage, and meet additional requirements like having an income at or below 120% of the county median income.
Habitat for Humanity and partners are raising awareness on the housing crisis in La Crosse. The group hosted a presentation at the La Crosse Public Library tonight, highlighting a lack of affordable and accessible housing in the city and went over how the housing crisis first began. Presenters delved into the city's history of housing instability, including the homeless population throughout the years and the post-World War II housing crisis. The group also provided steps the community can take to help fight the housing crisis. If you weren't able to make it to tonight's meeting, there is another tomorrow morning starting at 9:30.
The school district of West Salem will receive $300,000 from the Stronger Connections Grant, an offshoot of the bipartisan Safer Communities Act signed into law in 2022. The funds will be going towards mental health resources for students. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, West Salem School District faculty noticed how it was impacting their students, prompting them to apply for the grant. At the end of March, West Salem was announced as one of the 40 grant recipients. They plan to hire a district-wide social worker with the grant money, something West Salem currently doesn't have.
The role of a school social worker tends to end up being absorbed by many other people, and what we would like is to have it done really well by someone who is an expert in the area.
Administrators add that they hope the new role won't only help students, but provide support for their families as well. Other regional grant recipients are the Toma area and Black River Falls High School districts, as well as the Altoona and Eau Claire area school district.
State Republicans have ignored the latest call from Governor Tony Evers to release $125 million to combat PFAS in public water systems. The Democratic governor called a special session of the Joint Finance Committee, urging it to release the funding that was already approved in the state budget. That meeting was scheduled for today, but no Republicans on the committee showed up. The GOP co-chairs called Evers' move, quote, blatant political game playing. The governor, however, made an unannounced appearance to today's meeting. He joined 3 Democratic lawmakers in blasting the GOP's inaction, saying he may file a lawsuit over the issue.
Town of Campbell District 2 Supervisor Lee Donahue criticized lawmakers in a statement sent to News 8 Now. She says she is angry and frustrated that co-chairs of the JFC failed to show up, saying, quote, our residents and electors deserve better.
A new chapter of the La Crosse County Board is underway. 30 candidates officially took the oath of office before Judge Scott Horn tonight at the Community Admin Building. Most supervisors are returning members, but a major leadership position has a new face. The board voting La Crosse District 13's Tina Trigestad as new county board chair after Monica Cruz decided not to run again. Trigestad says she's excited to strengthen the board's cohesion.
Building and developing the relationships on the board, and then the relationships of the county with the municipalities, with the other governing bodies in this area. I'm a relationships person, and I'm very excited about that.
Trigestad is on her 5th term on the board. She's previously been the chair of the county's Health and Human Services Board. Senator Tammy Baldwin says a new bill would make sure hedge fund managers pay their fair share in taxes. Emily, go ahead with this. Explainer.
According to a release, Wall Street money managers pay about a 24% capital gains tax rate on their compensation. That tax rate is used on the sale of assets like stocks, but average American wage income is taxed at a much higher rate. Baldwin and 2 Democrats who co-wrote the bill say it's another example why the tax code needs fixing.
And we have a tax system that is rigged to their advantage. And frankly, our tax code should be focused on making sure that everyone pays their fair share.
Per the release, Baldwin proposed closing the loophole in 2017, but Senate Republicans voted against it. The Treasury estimates the bill would add $6.5 billion in revenue over the next decade.
A Monroe County official is entering the race for Wisconsin's 95th Assembly District. Cedric Schnitzler says he's challenging Democratic incumbent Jill Billings to bring new leadership and a new vision. Schnitzler ran an organic dairy farm for 30 years and is the current Monroe County Board chairman. In a press release, he says while progress in Madison has been made, quote, it's crucial that we continue to ensure local communities and infrastructure, schools, and families are getting the support they need. As everyone is struggling with increased costs and inflation, we cannot also continue to increase the financial burden at the local or state level. We need to be helping folks here in western Wisconsin, not making it harder. Now, the district, of course, looks very different under the new legislative maps. It used to be limited to the city of La Crosse. It now contains most of La Crosse and also stretches east into Bangor and Sparta and now south into Cashton.
Well, the Winona Mall is going to look a little different soon thanks to a new owner. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us in the studio with more on the buyer's plans for the space. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, the Hiawatha Valley Education District has helped students with special needs for 35 years. Executive Director Deb Marcotte says their new location will be dedicated to accommodating students with autism and emotional and behavior challenges.
Rebecca Morrison comes to the Winona Mall often. Although she's sad to see many businesses leave, she's glad it's for a good cause.
I hate to see these have to leave, but if they could go somewhere else, that'd be great, especially for an educational purpose.
Today, Hiawatha Valley Education District bought the Winona Mall for $4.2 million. It plans to transform the building into an educational facility.
It's a centrally located space with sufficient space to provide options for our students inside and outside that will accommodate all of their needs.
HVED serves students with special needs from birth to age 21. The new site will serve K-12 students in its member districts.
This is an opportunity to provide the very best services that we can through an updated facility designed for their needs.
Once HVED's new site opens, Marcotte says the educational facility will have some big goals.
We are looking for building relationships with, like I said, colleges and universities here in town or around the area. We're looking at providing jobs for, of course, a lot of the community members in and around Winona, and providing excellent services for our students.
HVED's new facility will be ready by July 2025. 2 restaurants and 1 retailer will remain open in the mall. Ken and Emily.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy. Well, it's day 2 of former President Trump's hush money trial.
And as the court has trouble finding an impartial jury, things get heated in the courtroom.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Andy Pitts here at Chrysler Winona. During the Jeep Celebration event, you can lease a new Jeep Compass Limited with heated leather seats, remote start, and Apple CarPlay for $299 per month with $29.99 down. Need a pickup? A new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, just $499 per month with $29.99 down. So stop by and drive one today at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
We put a smile on your face.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
7 jurors, 4 men and 3 women, were seated on the second day of former President Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York.
The trial focuses on whether the former president falsified documents in efforts to cover up payments to secure silence over an affair with an adult film star. CBS News correspondent Michael George has more on the day's proceedings from New York.
At the end of day 2, former President Donald Trump lashed out at the judge overseeing his historic criminal trial in Lower Manhattan.
We think we have a very conflicted, highly conflicted judge. He shouldn't be on the case, and he's rushing this trial, and he's doing as much as he can for the Democrats. This is a Biden-inspired witch hunt, and it should end.
Earlier in court, tensions flared when Judge Juan Merchan heard Trump audibly uttering something as his attorney questioned a potential juror. The judge chastised Trump's behavior, saying, quote, "I won't tolerate that. I will not have any jurors intimidated in this courtroom." The first 7 jurors for the unprecedented case were selected and sworn in after attorneys grilled the jury pool about social media posts, political views, and personal lives.
Both sides really are going to want to suss out potential stealth jurors.
Trump sat in court as prospective jurors were asked if they could be impartial.
He really seemed to be watching jurors closely when they read off the questionnaire, though, so he did seem pretty invested, as were both legal teams, of course.
Jury prospects citing prior commitments or responsibilities were among those excused from the trial, which is expected to last at least 6 weeks. Tuesday evening, crowds gathered and some supporters chanted 4 more years as the presumptive Republican presidential nominee stopped at a convenience store several miles north of the courthouse. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And jury selection is expected to continue on Thursday.
Well, buckle up for this one, a shocker in the world of EVs.
Sales of electric vehicles apparently need a little extra charge this year.
And now the storms are pretty much over. We still got showers going on for Wednesday, and that may extend into Thursday along with some wind, followed by some cold temperatures for this time of year for the end of the week. I'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At By Goffin Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goffin Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
I remember coming home from school and pounding on the door, but my mother wouldn't answer. She'd be passed out inside. You know, my mother had a drug abuse problem. She struggled with addiction to prescription pills her whole life. But today with fentanyl, one pill, just one pill can kill. So I've worked with Republicans to stop the flow of fentanyl that's poisoning families across Wisconsin. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. This fight hits close to home.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
It's our lowest prices of the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on the things you need for spring, like a great range of Scotts and Miracle-Gro premium lawn and garden products, including Scotts Turf Builder Weed and Feed, $59.99 after sale and $10 mail-in rebate. Scotts Grub X Season-Long Grub Killer, $22.99 after sale and rebate. And 2 cubic foot bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil, just $9.99. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the electric car revolution seems to be getting more popular.
But sales of electric vehicles may have hit a speed bump.
Kelley Blue Book reports nearly 270,000 EVs were sold in the U.S. during the first 3 months of the year. It's a 2.6% increase from a year ago.
However, it is nearly 7.5% less compared to the final quarter of last year. Tesla has been especially hard hit. Company sales fell more than 13% during the first quarter of the year compared with a year ago.
And its stock price has dropped more than 30% this year. Tesla is getting more competition in the EV market from companies like Ford, Hyundai, Mercedes, and BMW.
Well, wet weather continues in the region and will be all the way through tomorrow. Let's send it over to Greg for the latest.
Yeah, although the severe weather has kind of tapered off, we're still going to have wet conditions going on through at least Thursday, potentially tomorrow morning, at least in the beginning. But here's the next round that's already beginning to delve. This is not going to be severe type thunderstorms, but a few thunderstorms. And as it pushes further north, it'll weaken to be really just light rain or showers. But that is around the low that's going to be lifting north. So that's the next round that'll be coming overnight and extending in through at least tomorrow morning off and on. So that's what we're looking at for the AM commute. There will be activity, mostly probably centered more La Crosse northward, but everyone might see some. Mainly dry but breezy conditions for Wednesday. I think the rain does taper off, Wednesday afternoon. And then we have another round coming Wednesday night to early Thursday morning too. So that AM commute could also be wet too. As we time out this this next round coming up, you'll see it begin to lift north, kind of fall apart, become more scattered. So that'll come through. Additional ones expected behind that. So all night long, we'll see on and off showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. And then as we go through the morning commute, you'll see the low begin to push closer. So we'll see a little bit more widespread showers, but it'll be hit and miss a little bit more as you go further north, more probably steady rain towards Ladysmith. And then as that continues to wrap around through 8 to 9, we'll continue to see it push off. But notice as we get closer to noon, it kind of becomes tails off to the west. So a lot of it begins to push east. So I think that's why tomorrow afternoon will be mainly cloudy and dry. The winds will be more of the story. And in fact, we might see some clearing skies late in the day towards the evening, but that's just going to be temporary. You see the temperatures kind of steady in the 50s and then slowly falling back down to the low 50s by the time we get to sunset. Rain amounts really is going to be more centered up towards the low. So north of I-94, kind of where they're going to see more maybe a half inch. This is till tomorrow afternoon. Further south you go, lesser amounts would be expected with that. But still, everyone will probably see some rain throughout, at least through noon tomorrow. The winds, the other story, they're backed off tonight a little bit up to the north. So we're back to about 10 to 15. You'll wake up to maybe 5 to 10 out of the west. But notice the winds will start picking up now from the west as the low pushes north. We're going to see 15 to 20, potentially 25 a little bit in the afternoon. So it'll be strong winds, maybe not quite as strong we saw today, but still you'll notice that going through the evening commute is that west wind will be gusting too. Not long lasting, it'll start beginning to decrease late in the evening Wednesday. We have another system right on the heels of this one. It's going to come, brings precipitation back in the forecast late Wednesday night through Thursday, centered more probably further south, but that will give you some rain going into your Thursday morning commute. It kicks through here pretty quickly on Thursday, and then Friday, notice one thing, the strong winds out of the west, and you got some snow starting to show up in the Dakotas, give you an idea that we do have a very chilly air mass that's going to be coming back into the area come Friday, lingering into Saturday. But for tonight, we're going to see showers and storms rotating through the area, spotty in nature. It won't be an all-night type rain, more as you go further north, steady temperatures in the 50s, and tomorrow, really steady temperatures once again in the 50s with showers more in the morning. The winds pick up in the afternoon, temperatures will start lowering. Then as we go into Thursday, we have that another chance of rain coming Thursday morning. Friday looks windy and coldish as we get down to almost 51. Some areas up to the north may struggle to get out of the 50s. And then with a cool start to the weekend, 50 will warm up Sunday close to average. So a little different story going into the weekend. It's going to be more 50s instead of 70s, but it's going to be wet probably through about Thursday. And Friday, it may feel more like a little bit more like March coming with that wind out of the northwest.
Like we're backtracking.
Yeah,
you know, you got spoiled last weekend. Now we're getting back to reality a little bit this weekend.
All right, Greg, thanks for the latest. And coming up next in sports, the Twins trying to snap their two-game skid tonight in Baltimore. Plus, the Bucks begin their playoff journey on Sunday against Indiana, and they might have to start the series without their two-time MVP. Rob is up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford truck. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for power or capability, there's a Ford truck waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Get an F-150 XLT with 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 spring bonus cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Bucks' playoff journey doesn't start until Sunday, the team getting some much-needed rest before their first-round series against the Pacers tips off over the weekend, but it still might not be enough time for Milwaukee to get its 2-time MVP back on the floor. It was just 7 days ago when the injury took place. Giannis going down in the third quarter against Boston last Tuesday night at home. He'd leave the floor on his own power, but an MRI confirming a left calf strain. Giannis hasn't been on the court since. He missed the last 3 games of the regular season, and it's doubtful he'll be back for Game 1 against Indiana. The team is optimistic, though, that round-the-clock treatment on his calf will allow him to return sometime later in the series. But for now, the focus is on the Pacers, a team the Bucks had a whole lot of trouble against during the regular season. Milwaukee losing 4 out of 5 against Indiana this year, and the challenge gets even tougher now without the Bucks' leading scorer on the floor. But the players are prepared to go to battle with or without their leader in the lineup.
Until we know if he's playing or not, we're going to prepare like he's not playing. Simple as that. I mean, he means a lot to this team, but it's not the first game he's missed, unfortunately, so we just have to carry on along. And while he's getting his work on the side, trying to get back ready, we have to focus on who's out on the court and, you know, run through our sets and run through our game plans as if he's not playing.
That's right. Bucks begin their championship quest at home on Sunday for Game 1 against those Pacers. Well, the Wisconsin Wrestling Coaches Association has announced its end-of-the-season awards. Holman's own Carl DeLuca was named the girls' head wrestling coach of the year. DeLuca took over as the girls' coach in 2022 and has since taken the team to new heights with participation numbers on the rise. Last year, the Holman girls were one of the top-ranked girls' teams across the state and had one girl finish in the top 6 at the state tournament. Well, longtime Spring Grove head basketball coach Wade Grindy is stepping down after 29 years at the helm. 566 wins, 2 Class 1A state tournament berths, and a legacy that spanned almost 3 decades in southeastern Minnesota. Under Grindy, the Lions won 18 Southeast Conference championships in his 29 years as head coach. Lions went 25-4 this past season. Brewers back in action, looking to avoid their 3rd straight loss. Not a good start for Wade Miley and the crew. Hyesung Kim goes deep to left, blows it open early. 3-run shot made it 4-0 Padres. Brewers made it interesting in the 9th, down just 3. Willy Adames gives this one a ride to left, but not deep enough. Milwaukee drops its 3rd straight game, 6-3 the final. Brewers will look to avoid the sweep tomorrow afternoon. Early start for the crew. This one gets going just after 12. Twins looking to snap their 2-game skid, taking on the Orioles. This one all Baltimore in this 4th. O's up 7. Minnesota finally gets on the board. Byron Buxton drives one in. That cuts it to 6. But the O's get that one right back in the bottom of the inning. Colton Cowser goes back up the box for a base hit. Baltimore back up 7. 6th inning now, same score until Alex Kirilloff lines one into right field. Ryan Jeffers scores easily from second on the RBI single. That makes it 8-2. But Baltimore blows it open in the 8th. Ryan O'Hearn with the man on crushes this one at dead center. 2-run blast, all Orioles in this one. They win it 11-3 the final. Twins will look to avoid the sweep tomorrow in the series finale. That first pitch also just after 12. So a tough day for both our Brewers and
Twins. I think the Orioles were a little upset about losing the Brewers series because they're coming out with a lot of offense against the Twins.
Absolutely. So good day. What are we going to talk about? We have a lot of time, finally. Usually I'm rushing for this thing.
Well, it's the first series loss for the Brewers as well to this Padres team, and no word yet on the starting pitcher tomorrow.
No.
So the starting rotation already
a little up in the air. But it's early, though. I mean, it's a 162-game season. Of course, you're going to get a little worried 3 in a row. You don't want to do that. But it's all right.
And no Christian Yelich.
That's right.
That's
something to worry about.
Back pain, everybody.
That's something to worry about because we were kind of hoping that he'd turn that corner, look good early, but those problems are kind of.
Thing with Yelich, Yelich is kind of like our Carlos Correa during your Houston Astros years.
Got
Heck of a slugger, perfect player, all tools, but when he's hurt, his absence is felt.
Correa.
And he's been dealing with back pain for like the last 3 years, it feels like.
It's a long series.
Let's hope he gets better. Yeah.
Looks like he's one of us.
Right.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buy $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford SUV. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for new adventures or dominating the day-to-day, there's a Ford SUV waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Now, lease Explorer for just $499 a month for 36 months. Plus, for a limited time, get $750 in red carpet leasing cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles in remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, Viterbo University was getting a little hot this evening.
That's because they hosted their 15th annual Fired Up for Science event. Viterbo STEM faculty and students invited area school kids for a night of interactive science experiments.
Experiments with elephant toothpaste, whoosh bubbles, rainbow milk, and of course slime were some of the highlights of the night. A professor at Viterbo says this event is equally rewarding for the college students as it is for the kids.
One, it's a great, hopefully, benefit for our school-age kids to be able to see science and be able to do science sort of at a college setting. But also, I think the other definitely benefit is for our students. Our students really value service and value being part of the community of La Crosse.
And Gabriel says their goal every year is to spark an interest in science in young people and have them become more curious about the world around them.
What's not to be curious about rainbow milk and slime and whoosh bubbles?
Would have gotten me more interested in science for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we had these types of experiments. Yeah. You go, Viterbo. All right, Greg, we'll have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Attention parents and kids, it's time to build your future with Ultra Federal Credit Union's Youth Month celebration. Open a new youth account with just $25 and Ultra will match it with an additional $25. But wait, there's more. By opening a youth account, you'll automatically be entered to win our Lego Grand Prize worth $500. Imagine the endless possibilities of what you could build with that. So why wait? Head over to Ultra today and build your future. Visit us online or stop by your nearest branch for more details. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's All or Nothing Bonus Days. During the month of April, All or Nothing players have a 1 in 7 chance to receive a $2 bonus ticket for the next midday drawing. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Who isn't ready for spring? An up to 50% off list. The spring home sale is almost over and deals are everywhere at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, introducing Flex Deal, committed to comfort and durability that lasts. Spring into a comfy Lazy Boy recliner for just $398. These great deals are almost over. Up to 50% off list, including this cool to the touch mattress. Plus, special financing available at our big spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. But it ends soon.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. I think what makes our show unique is perspective. Many different voices, many different points of view.
If you're going to say don't ask me, we're going to ask you. If you want to.
Wow. We're always fun.
So good. Because we like you.
We're plugged in. It's kind of fantastic.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
All right, there's the next round that's going to be rotating around the low. That'll produce some showers and some storms, not severe. It'll be more centered up Eau Claire, but we'll all see that come through eventually overnight with more additional rounds. Looks like by Wednesday afternoon, more dry conditions. Thursday, more rain for the morning commute, and then cool conditions.
Cool.
50, you want to call it?
Yeah, 50-ish.
Cold.
Sunny.
Thanks for joining us
It is what it
tonight.
is. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.